Sunny Sunday, and what kind of Sunday it is. Boy, oh boy. It's almost 22 degrees over here, and I had a fucking amazing weekend. Enjoy every single bit of it, and I didn't even look at the charts for a second. Didn't care. By that, we will have a look what's happened and what we might think what's gonna happen in next week. Just because we had like a lot of news and a lot of tariffs, of course, our lovely tariffs from our best guy ever who put it out, and China is fighting him back. So it's a tariff fight and tariff war, what we have. Awesome, amazing, what a life to be alive, right? So anyways, what I want to say as well by that, and I always gonna do that, and I always gonna say that, and I don't care what people think about it, but I hope one day people will realize it. It doesn't give a shit what the news says. The charts are staying the charts as they are, and they always gonna perform like they do. Nothing will change that. Any kind of news, and even the bullish one, the biggest bearish one, and right now what you saw with the tariffs, nothing been changed with that, and never gonna be. There are always reasons behind it. News doesn't matter and never gonna matter. So if you want to be a good trader, profitable and long-term steady, I assume work on one thing and one thing only, not to give any kind of shit and damn about the news. By that said, let's have a look on the charts. I want to look from the monthly. Oh, yeah. It doesn't look that glorious and that lovely anymore like it should be, but things are changing, and rapidly as well. Just like I said on the previous stream and stream before, even I guess we had to talk about the monthly. I assume we will run up, we fail something, and we will go lose the Q2. And then what do we do if we lose Q2 level? We go to Q4 or somewhere around ish, right? I was talking about this area, that this is the area of interest on the body side. On the candle side, it's a little bit bigger, but this is the area of interest. So yeah, we're facing it. By that means we carry on by going there, and that's on the higher time frame. So keep that in mind, that this still is playing out as it should be. We retracing this whole move. We kind of retracing. Don't think about it's like a we dumping, or it's like a nerf or whatever, or it's like the whole thing is collapsing. No, we don't. Technically, we don't doing that. What do we do? After a big ass move, we retrace and then we carry on, right? It always been like that. I mean, guys, it's always the same play over and over and over again. And I saw some people are talking about, like, imagine we go to 10k. So let's go and cover that as quicker as possible. 10k is over here. Just to let you know, if that happens, the whole shit in the game is gonna collapse. Why? Because that's gonna be the first time ever in existence of Bitcoin that we broke the monthly structure. But that means, I don't mean broke like we go one swing level. No, we broke the whole chain and structure of it, right? Because what we are doing right now, we're putting only higher lows, right? We didn't go lower than that, right? Over here we didn't go lower, right? Over here we didn't go lower. Over here we didn't go lower. Yeah, we broke that, but that's only on the weekly chart, not on the monthly. This is the monthly. And over here, right, we come back, we still didn't break that one. So coming back to 10, what do? We break this shit. That's not gonna happen, in my opinion. I might be wrong. I don't think so. The only thing what I'm seeing that's gonna happen, as in the whole pullback and the bear market, whatever, is this area. Something like this. Yeah, $30. 30k, well, 30 bucks, 30k. And but that means we come in, we might go even lower than that, wick into it and come back, and then we will carry on what we did over here, the whole thing. So that's what I'm thinking. The 10k or 10k shit, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we're gonna do something like this week. We wick into it and then we come back lower than that. That's not gonna happen. Well, that's not the deal right now. I just wanted to put it out for some of the people. That's not the deal right now. Why? Because we are still facing the 82k, and that's the focus. We are not even close by that, and we shouldn't even care about the 10k, the 20k, 30, 50 or whatever, and even not 120k. Why? Because we are not facing that yet, and for soon we're not gonna do it in any kind of case. Anyway, let's go to the weekly. That's kind of monthly. Yeah, oscillator. If you look at the oscillator monthly, it looks rough, quite literally as well, and there is nothing else to say. That there is only downside. The only pullbacks what you're gonna have are just the retest from the tops or failing over resistance. There is nothing yet that we gain since January on the high time frame, guys. Remember that. That's the most thing which you need to remember. There is nothing yet gain on the high time frame. So that means monthly is still high as fuck, and we are facing the downside. Let's go on the weekly. That looks a little bit differently. That might change, right? Because there are 4 weeks in a month, right? So we have some plenty time to recover from that, or going up and down or whatever. Anyway, weekly is the same issue. We didn't even gain anything, and we are losing quite literally the whole March level. And how do we losing it? Actually quite perfectly, right? If you look at it. Wait, I'm on an index, so I'm not sure if that's the right one. Let me add. Let me add it. That one's gonna be a little bit better, I guess. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Yeah. So yeah, literally right now we are the retrace. What we pull up from it, from the beginning of March and end of March, we failed it, and now we are trading below level of March. That's the whole issue with it. Losing that, the only thing what holding us is the 79k level on the lower time frame. On the monthly, on the weekly is at 80k. So between the 88 and 79, that's the only level what's still holding us to gain and carry on, or to grind, right? Or to do something like this and then dip and go higher. That might happen as well. So far, yeah, we are bottoming on the oscillator, but the RSI strength is middling. So even if the oscillator is on the bottom, yes, that's good, that's fine, but price action is coming first. So that's why I say I want to see any kind of regain of 80, 79, and then we might have a continuation. How high? Let's see in a second. Daily, struggling a little bit. On the daily side, we had quite a good holds on the Q2, and that was quite promising actually. It looks quite good, but like most of the times, it's as well a thing what they like to do. It's not really that they're faking out this, but they waiting it more, waiting for the structure to form and see what they're gonna do. So they better for them to hold the level than to lose straight ahead and to fake out any kind of issue. So that's why I said 80, 79 is still on the play. Why? Just because of this. That's why this is my support, and this kind of the area when I'm looking to find any kind of trade too long from it. If there is going to be a possibility. How so? I will show you later what I'm waiting for. I'm looking in it. So far, this is the level, the next level what I'm waiting for. There is nothing in between. I'm not trading even this price action what is over here. I'm not trading these failures just because there is a volatility in a new week open as well, new daily open. So a lot of things can happen. What I want to look for it is 80, 79k. This is the only level I'm looking at right now. Let's go to the 4 hour. And now it gets a little bit more interesting, because now we see the clearly the price action what we want to see. And like I said, there is nothing else that matters than the price action only. There is no news that will even give you the perfect fucking trade or whatever. There isn't. That doesn't exist. And I wish that I knew how many people been sweating over here on this move to the upside, because they've been on the trade, or they were shorting it or whatever. That's the reason. That's what they want to give you, the feeling. They want you to panic. They want you to be sweating. But eventually, when you zoom out and look at it, what happened, like if this is the highest point where we've been, like I couldn't make it better for you that if you pull even a swing on this one on 0.4%, like this doesn't get better. And look at the rewards, what you get from it. And yes, I know news gets into the head, and it was quite heated up over here when the orange man was talking. And that's the whole issue. It doesn't matter if you open his mouth or not. Nothing changed in the market. We still continue to the downside. We grab the liquidity, because what do we do over here? We build it up. We build the liquidity. This been building up the whole liquidity pool over here. We dump from it. What do? We came up. And what do you do over there? You fail. Why? Because this is the resistance. Right? As easy as it gets. This is the resistance. What do? We broke. Technically, we broke this. It doesn't show like that, but technically we broke this. Right? We closed below the body. Even we didn't go lower than with the wicks, but still we broke this. It was always we will go to the resistance. And how aggressive it gets in the resistance area. It always gets aggressive. So there it is. Like it can get easier as it gets. Oh shit! What did I do? Let me just switch over to this chart, because that's more important for me. I have the object tree. Like I said, it was perfect short, or even scalp, whatever. It can carry on. And from that moment, we broke the whole structure again. We went lower, we came up, and we still, like, I want to stretch out like how important those levels are. Like just looking by this and looking by this, that means like we didn't even come close to closer to the level. We fail it straight ahead, and we keep failing it. And yes, we hold this level, like the Q2 April weekly, daily previously, this level, because it's quite tight on top of each other. So yeah, I assume we will hold it, but it doesn't mean we're gonna go and gain it and go higher from it. Because that level, after that dump, and after this close below, right, and come back to it and carry on and fail that, it's like a ping pong in between that, right? But doing that, it doesn't give me any kind of reason we go to the 90k. Why? Because first thing first, like I mentioned already, we didn't do it over here with this move. We didn't come close to 90k. That showed me already one weakness. Secondary, we should even go from this area to the 90k, because there was nothing else to hold us. There was nothing anymore. So we should be facing the 90k, but we was holding it out. We was holding it back. There is a reason behind it as well, what I'm thinking that's gonna happen. Right now, what did we do? Same thing over and over, right? We created liquidity and we went lower, right? So how does this look like right now? Doesn't that look like a distribution? Like perfect distribution? So that's the whole thing. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of news it is, and doesn't matter how bullish or how bearish or whatever it gets you. It doesn't matter. Levels, those are the most important thing what you should go by. And look what we're doing right now. Like I said, we're ping-ponging, we're failing. And we've been quite failing it the whole weekend structure from even Friday, right? This is like, this is quite, I call it like a sell-off, because it's like slowly dripping to the lower, right? And over here, you couldn't see it just because like it's cluttered. We closed it below this swing, sneaky close. So eventually we came higher. We didn't even reach the resistance area. And what do we do right now? Right? We're dripping again lower. So it's weakness. It's all weakness just because of this move. This move took all of the liquidity from here in one go, right? And if it's healthy or not, it's up to person. I don't care about it, but it gives you the weakness in the whole trading. Right now, this whole area can hold this gap in liquidity. It's impossible because you need to have strength, you need to have momentum as well, and need to have money inflow. And it doesn't have it, especially not in the weekend. So what do? We carry on. We carry on to the downside still. And the whole issue with the whole news and this bullshit, right? This whole biggest candle gives me, because if you carry on to the upside like that, and you just slowly dripping like this, right, to the downside, you farm liquidity to the top. You can fill this then, right? Those gaps in between, you can fill it up. But if you have like one big aggressive candle to the upside and then retrace and go back, there is nothing gonna be filled. Because no one's gonna step into it. No one's gonna form any kind of orders or anything into it. Because it's too aggressive. That's why I don't like these kind of shitty moves. Yeah, it's still holding their respectfully their rules and everything. That's fine, but it just pressure of the news what push you way too aggressive to the downside. And that's the whole thing that I have issue with it, because right now we're gonna struggle to fill this and then this and then the next one. So there is shit lots of things to do. So yeah, that's the whole takeaway. Like I said, and I said it as well like a couple days ago, that I have a feeling that we're gonna do this, right? And we still carry on doing this. Yeah, we might grab this, do this, but even then, that's gonna happen. Like I said, on a higher time frame, from daily to the higher position on the time, we still didn't break anything to the upside. Even on 4 hours, we didn't do that, because nothing from this top till here broke anything. And especially, like, there was conversation, I don't remember from who it was, about this. Someone said that this is like a breakout. No, it isn't. And I told you I told that person as well, like, it will be a breakout when it's gonna do this. As much I hate trend lines. This is a breakout. This is a just fake out to take out the liquidity, and we come back, and where did we close? Literally. And Jesus, look at that formation of candles, literally. Like even to the T, to the trend lines, as much as I hate them. So that's the whole thing. If you know it, you will see it. And that's what I want to learn, you know, and that's why I want to teach you guys the basics of trading. That's what we are here. There's nothing else important than that. Without it, there is no trading. There's no understanding of even trading. That's the whole idea behind it, like what I'm looking for. For now, the only thing what you really want to know and see is just those two, this and this. This is now the most important thing. If you want to go higher, then you really need to put work into it. To break this, come back, then go again, higher. You need to break this, right? Come back, and then and only then you can go to the 90k. You need to build this out. But from this structure, how this looks like, it doesn't look like we're gonna do it right now. And it's not that you're gonna do it in one day. It takes some time. You need to farm this out. right? Because if you want to have this kind of candle over here, then you need to make some phone calls to Orange Man. Otherwise, that's not gonna happen like that. So let's go to the little bit of the predictions I have, what we might see and how it plays out. First thing first, I want to have a look if which one is right. How does this actually play out? Because I didn't look at it in ages. Kind of. Okay, anyway, that doesn't matter. Let's go to the prediction from last week. How did that play out? What we did. Oh boy. Gets to the T. See? Resistance, we came into it, we came down. And yes, that's still the support what we are holding till right now. After that, we're not gonna break it. We're still holding it as support. And it's still possible that we might grind it up a little bit, right? So this is still a play. Or this, whatever. Range comes always first. It doesn't matter if it's high or low. It's always the range is coming first in play. We're ranging more often, then we go higher or lower, right? But like I said, like I was thinking it. Oh, like I was thinking it last week. This is your resistance, right? We came into resistance. What do we do? Where do we come lower? We come into the support right now, and that's a little bit the pain in the ass what we get from this kind of big ass wick. In my opinion, and not everybody agree with me, we have two overlapping resistance area over here. Still, that one from this point of area is still counting for me as a resistance because we wicked into it. We didn't close above it, so we wicked into it. And we form a new one from that wick and that candle over here. We form a new one. So this is an overlapping resistance. So now we're gonna struggle as harder as possible and twice to go bypass this or even go and gain that. There you have it. Market maker 101. Right now, this is your small support will be come in, and like I said, I'm waiting for the lower part, 79.80k ish. So this is where I'm facing right now. Failing that, we go lower. Like I said, 90k. That's never gonna play out, right? So what I want to see is a second one in the new week. So let's see and have a look on the new prediction. This is the kind of play actually what I'm looking at. Technically what I'm looking at is gonna be the yellow line. Following right now what we're doing. And this can play in both ways. It doesn't mean we will go over here, write that, and we carry on. Might happen, that always might happen. But it doesn't mean that will happen. We still can go lower, wick into it, close below, and then carry on, right? It always can. There are always going to be multiple affections to it. But right now, and this is where it goes a little bit like we need to be looking for something interesting. Because this 78.5, it's the, technically is the 78.6 is right now the point of interest. Why is it point of interest? Because that's the lowest body close what we've been from the Bitcoin right now. That's why is it interesting. And what's so interesting about it? It's the close what we're gonna have on 4 hours. If it's gonna be below that right here, then for 80% you're gonna have a failure over here, or even lower if you don't get there. Why? Because you broke the structure to the downside again. As we did over here, as we did over here, and now we're gonna facing it again, maybe. We don't know that yet. Closing it above it, right? Like this, or something even higher above it. Still the momentum is bearish because we didn't gain anything to the higher upside. So there is more chance we're gonna fight this higher up. That's how you look at it. One says another. And there is a reasoning behind it as well, because we are not looking to trade 120k. We are looking right now to trade 80k, or in a second or in a day 79k. That's the moment what we are right now, and that's what you're looking at. So those are the levels what you're looking at, and those are the points of interest what you're looking for. You want to see if any kind of 4-hour or higher position levels gaining or failing this level, right? The formation of this level, and then you have the continuation. Meanwhile, the continuation, you can predict what's going to happen over here, because then this failure of a gainer of this level says something about the next step as well. Because that's, if you fail this, yeah, you can go even lower in the wick, right? We can wick into the 76 or whatever, like we did over here, right? And come back and close it above it. That might happen as well. But we can even go lower with the wick, close it lower, and then carry on to the upside slowly and fail this resistance area. And then we go lower. And look at that. What do you have then? Still the same position. Depending on 3 or 4 or 6 ways how we're gonna manage this, all comes what we're gonna do over here. It's the same thing over and over again, right? Just because why I'm thinking about that, give you perspective into it more deeply in depth, it's this. It's the liquidity. Right? We're facing this liquidity. We are not facing the top of liquidity yet. We are facing down liquidity, right? So if we're gonna go and grab all of this, right, there's not much left below that, so there is maybe no point to go lower than that. That's why I said, do something over here, right? You still can leave this away, that's no fine. Or grab this, go lower in the wick, right? And then still, depending how you close your 4-hour candles or the daily, what that means, right? This is all about finalizing your trading strategy. That's what you're looking for. That's what you want for, right? Yes, you can trade in the meanwhile the both ways or whatever, or scalp the way. That's fine. But then to have the bigger perspective into what's gonna happen, and that's this finalizing your swing points, right? So this is your swing points right now. This is what matters. This is one, right? Swing point, because this is 4-hour swings. I'm gonna show you some later on. Just let me finish this for the next week perspective. I'm gonna show you the way how to predict the swing points. I need to stop saying predict, because I'm not predicting shit. That's the TA. Yeah, let's do that. DD over here. Right? So right now we're coming into the juicy stuff. Why I said news doesn't matter. It doesn't. Because this still is and still is my TA. Imagine. Yeah, maybe. Imagine. Yeah, imagine. Yeah. But then we are wish-washing it like a little bit. Imagination. It's like stories telling or something. Anyway, I'm gonna figure out another word for it. Visualization. Yeah, it might be. So this is my TA. Those are the swing points. The 4-hour swing points. Why they are matter? Because they are fucking always matter. Because they are in between the whole timeline. They are the middle point of the timeline. They are depending what's the lower time frame doing and what's the higher time frame gonna do. That's why they are most important swing points in the whole market. And it doesn't matter which chart you give it to me. That LOS on 81, would you take a long there? Wait, if we lose this, losing this, taking a long. Oh, if we hold that, I will come back to it. Not really. I'm not really looking at this price action to trade this, to be honest. I will come back to that one. Like I said, those have been my previous swing 4-hour swing points where I go by, and I trade that whole way down to it. I trade this whole move. Why? Swing points. I didn't close anything above it, right? So there was no reason not to take it, technically. And we form a new one on 4 hour and a small one. Technically, it's 1 hour, but I keep it as 4 hour. It's just my way of seeing that. And why I'm seeing this as a support as well, still, just because we are trading inside, right? Inside the swing points of this 81k. So yeah, we're holding it so far as we can. But to come back to your question mark, if I would take the long from it, not really. Why? Because I don't like this price action at all. This is price action like we need to hold something, but we still don't know which way we go. Price action, right? It's not really like perfect range or anything. It's like panic in price action, in my opinion. And so far, we didn't even come close to this swing. What we should after this dump, right? We should do this technically in perfect in any kind of perfect occasion. We should do that. We didn't. So that gives me already a weakness. Then if this is your new high, we didn't gain it again. So right now we're failing it quite significant as well, right? We failed this, we failed this, we failed this if you close here. And the only thing what's holding us is a little bit of structure over here. And that's all. So why I'm not looking for it? Because any kind of case, yes, you can still scalp the way of it and be my guest. I'm not going to be angry or whatever on you, because you still can make money from it. We still can do this. That's why I'm not waiting for it, because for me, this price action looks like we tipping over, right? So that's why it doesn't feel right. And on 4 hour, we're losing everything. If we close this like that or even lower, right? If you go close over here, then it's done. And this price action doesn't mean anything anymore. Then you have one pullback and you just carry on. Because we are facing this. And technically, yeah, this maybe don't look like a juicy or big as liquidity, but it still is. Combine all of this together, it's higher than this area, right? So that's why. And to give you, and this is not like to go by something else, because we still on the liquidity, so I want to cover that as well. It's similar to liquidity. What I'm going to show you right now, it's nothing that you need to do, because there are, I mean, yeah, trading LITE you can buy, or you can have a subscription to that one. You don't need that. You can use the free version of that Chinese website, or how it calls the how you call it. Wait, let me find it. The Kiyotaka, I guess it calls. Yeah, Kiyotaka. Yeah, let me pull it up. I want to show you something. If that's gonna load a little bit quicker, that's gonna be awesome. I want to show you something, like why you shouldn't have a sweaty hands on this price action over here. I'm gonna make a screenshot because I don't like to draw on that chart. So this is a screenshot of the chart on the Kiyotaka or whatever how you call it, right? The reason is why I'm taking screen, because it's really hard to draw on that chart. It doesn't make sense. It's not behaving like a trading view, so I don't like it. So look at this move. This whole area over here, it's been stepped in on the market makers that the price will never go higher than that shit, right? So if you see that, you know already that you can put like blindly orders on top of that wick or whatever with a small stop loss, right? This will hold. This never gonna allow the price action to go higher if you see this area of any kind of order stepping in, right? So that's why it's quite important as well, and good to have this on the side, not to trade from, but to have on the side to give you perspective, like where the price might go, and why it's doing this, for example. Because they've been like, to be honest, it's been a long time. I saw so many orders stacked on top of each other. And we talk here about, I guess, 250 million. Combine them all together, pushing the price action to the downside. So this pushed the price action to the downside. That was 200. Oh, fuck, you're not gonna see it. Yeah, that's true. I like that. So this 200, around 250 mil, I guess it was, or maybe even more. That pushed the price action to the downside. And it's still, I mean, it was still there till Friday, I guess, or whatever it was, the day. And they came up with this. So this been moved over here. And look what the price action is doing. Till this price action, and it's still, I guess, around the same amount, maybe a little bit less, maybe 200 mil. Till that order wall, it's gonna be still here. We have a continuation. Yes, and how, I mean, even then, what we can do is try to come close to it and then still fail, because this will never allow to go higher. Yes, it is a magnet as well, but it's pushing it price action to the downside. So people are scared to go against that. That's why I think we're not going higher. That's one of the reasons as well. And that's why it's good to keep an eye on it, on these price actions, on the orders and everything what's going around this. Secondary, on top of that, the way that I'm thinking that we go around area lower than 79k, it's this. The orders that have been here for a long time already, right? Okay, don't look at this price action, let's look at that. So around 70k or below, we have stacked orders, same as here, the wall. So right now, what we're gonna do is bounce between those walls. And what kind of price action do we form, right? But never filled, right? If they just move it down something, and that is drop the price action, when will it get filled? No, those orders were never filled, I guess. They've been tagged, but it never got filled. No, only one, like I guess 10 or 50 mil got filled, and the rest is still intact over there. Yeah. If they just move it down some to, then this dropping the price when it'll get filled. I mean, it's not only that they need to be filled, it's the way that the orders are there. It's a wall. So the people who are like longing this price action, right? If people are been longing this, right? They see, and the market makers, they see this order wall. So imagine how much strength you need to go and have money to go and pass this. If you have 200 mil over here, can you imagine how much money you need to go bypass this without any kind of losing structure? Most of the things double it. So there is no change that that they will pass that, right? So that's why you have that big ass sell-off, because they pull off the orders. Every orders what's been here, they've been pulled, and they've been pulled into shorts. That's why. And the wall been still there for like long time, actually, day or two longer, and they start pulling. Like you can see as well the behaving of that. Like maybe I can zoom in. Look at the behaving of the charts over here, right? So the order's been here, there's nothing in between, and we've been like going up. No, we go lower, 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 we come up, and then they start pulling it, and now we see this change, like aggressive move to the upside, and some orders got like come in, and they get scared, they pull back, again back, come up, and then they form this wall, and look what we do, bang. You can see on the way how the charts are behaving, which orders are where eventually. Like this is like crazy. This is panic and selling. Like this kind of like literally structured, right? On the bot system, like algorithms, but it's panic and selling this area, right? Because of this wall. You're not gonna bypass this. Never. It's not possible. We didn't do it here. We needed to pull it, and they are. This wall got here actually. We've been here. They got pulled just because of the news. Like every single order been pulled, you see. So it was free run, and then they said like, okay, which way we go? They went high, and they just nuked to the downside. That's all. Did you make the lines, or are they part of an indicator? This? The white ones. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna show you something. This is a picture. No, you cannot do that. You cannot order blocks in TradingView. Not those ones. Not those ones. So I'm gonna show you something. I need to change my screen, and I hope I'm not gonna fuck it up because I'm recording it. Yeah, let's try doing that. Stream quality, no, change stream. Okay, and I hope this will work now. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, that's good. Wait. Okay, that's all fine. Okay, I hope I didn't fucked up something. So the lines that I show you, right? It's not the indicator. It's a different platform. It's that Coyote platform, or how you call it. I have no fucking Kayotaka platform is this. This gives you a heat map of orders, what's been placed. Those are the orders, right? And when you hover over it, you see the white line. It gives you the amount of it. So those are the orders. There is a different way. This is the free version. It's a beta version. It's not still accurate and good enough. I'm using it just to test it, right? And right now we are coming into the order as well, and let's see if that's gonna hold. If not, there is another one on below, right? So you see over here as well, if this one not gonna hold it, then there is another one, right? And there's a magnet to it. So this is one, but there's another one, and that's this one. Oh, you see, I was drawing that even. That's trading light. This one, in my opinion, it's much more accurate. But you need to pay for it. There is a little subscription of it. Not much, I guess it's $20 or something like that. So yeah. And there is as well, I have a ref link for that one to have a little bit cheaper. So yeah, and that's why I use those ones, just to confirm and see. Like if you see that blocks coming into the play, then you know there's something that they're gonna hold it. Till that not gonna be pulled, then it's one way only, because there is no point that the price the market is gonna fight those orders. They're 400 Bitcoin, 170 Bitcoin, 380 Bitcoin, 400 Bitcoin, 180 Bitcoin, and 300 Bitcoin. Like it's massive, right? It's same was here, same over here. Even bigger orders we had here, and one got hit. No, they pulled the order. I thought they got hit, but they pulled the order. And there's a way how you can see it, distinguish when they pull. Like over here, when you zoom in, you see those colors. They are similar, and those orders been pulled and placed back into it. When they got hit, you will see something like this, difference in the orders, colors, right? So you see when they are spread in between sell and buy pressure, but you can see over here, same spread. Sometimes you see on one way only. I cannot find it now, I guess. Yeah, anyway, you will figure. If I'm gonna find it, I will let you know. But anyway, that's the takeaway on the order blocks. If that's gonna be here, or they're gonna push it even low, and that's gonna be the worst even, because then you know that this shit is carry on. If this gonna be moved over here later, right? Then there's no even think about it, we come back. Not now, don't get me wrong, not now, straight ahead to the downside, because they're pushing the price. Those walls are for two things, and two things only: pushing the price in one direction, or being as a magnet. By that means, if they put this wall or something like this significant somewhere over here, and the price action, right, carry on, hit that, and go opposite way, because it's a wall, but it's a magnet at the same time. Make sense? If someone wants to go and have a deep dive into the trading light or Kayatoka, or how you call it, just let me know. I will provide you the information which you need and set it up for you like how you want, how you need to have it, because it's not going to be set up like that straight ahead from the box. We need to put some work into it. So it's really useful. That's why I'm using on the side, not to trade from it, just to have me give me an idea in which direction the market might go and why we still continuing to the downside or to the upside or whatever. It's a confirmation tool, more or like, and it's fun for me to see what the market is doing, where they are focusing, because this shows you the idea where the market is focusing first before even any kind of news is coming out. Because they've been stacking this block and this before this pump came, right? So they've been holding the price action. Why? And look at this. This is even perfect. I was trading the shit out of this. Look at that. It was so much perfect. And over here was even crazy because we didn't have so much that they hold us to the downside. A little bit like around 200, 250. It's not that much. And look what the price action did by MCLF. And they just hold the floor. Like they just farm the liquidity. Why they did this? To come back to it and grab it in one go. It's that simple. There is nothing else to do. The market maker, guys, you need to, believe me or not, read about it. There are books about it, and there are movies, and there are companies who are open about it. Market makers, they don't know how to trade. They don't know what's a TA or price action does or whatever. They don't give a shit about it. You know who the market makers are, guys? Did anybody else like deep dive into the secret life of market makers, who they are? Because like how we talk about them and what we say about them, it sounds like they are like the kings of the charts and kings of the crypto economics and whatever. But do you really know who they are and how they operate and how they work? It's a 9 to 5 job. They have no fucking clue what they're doing. They're working for the company, institutions. Institutions have money. It's a big ass company, right? Most of them, like a couple of them, a lot of them in the world. I'm not gonna name names because it's funnier to figure out by yourself. They are just companies. It's corporations, big ass corporations. You come in, you sit in front of your desk, and the only thing what you're doing is putting numbers into the system. Money. You just put monies. They give you certain levels. They give you something like options. They give you something as market structures what you need to follow, and you just put money. You send money to one exchange. You make orders for the exchange. Those orders be placed for the exchange, and that's all what they do. They have no clue about charts. They don't even look at the charts. Most of the biggest market makers. So that's the whole fucked up mindset and break from what they actually are. Like, for example, I don't know if you guys watch The Big Short or they've been like The Boiling Room, for example. Like that's kind of things still no, it's not really still happening, but this is how it works and this is how it is. It's just like algorithm, right? They have like a system, they log in into the system, that's the system what they log in. It's the algorithm for the bots, right? And they just put the numbers. They need to fit the numbers into the order books, right? These are the order books. They need to fit the numbers that the system wants them to have, and that's what they play. Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's the institutions. The bigger the institution would give the money is the boss of them. That circle of people of the institutions, they talk to each other and they operate on the behalf of exchange, for example, of behalf of the market or behalf of the government or any kind of thing. So they holding the price, right? It's not manipulation. Don't get me wrong. That's totally different. They just holding and pushing the price, like they're moving the price from one level to another one that another one can buy or another one can sell. So, for example, if my friend wants to buy something higher, my job is to push the price higher for him to buy. I'm gonna sell at that point when he's gonna buy, and both of us making money. I'm not a good person to explain you that, but there is like plenty information on the internet, books, videos, and even movies or series about it, how it exactly works. And it's really cool to go by. And for the smaller projects, for example, crypto, it's not like big constitution or whatever. It just you need to see it as an office job. There is some guy as a market maker. So, for example, Adrian is a market maker, exchange, and this is a platform or company. Like say it's a company, right? Those three need to work together. So if company have a coin, right? Let's go a little bit off the topic. If one company have a coin and they want to list it on the exchange, you can go to the exchange like randomly and say like, you know what, I have a Bitcoin or I have a Doge or I have a XRP, I want to put it in the exchange. And the exchange say like, go fuck yourself. Why? Because exchange wants you to go to the market maker. The market maker, you give the market maker X amount, like in millions, right? You need to give him the amount to give you the rules, give him the strategy, give him the algorithms, right? To program to work from it and what you want to achieve with the coin. He needs to have the strategy, what you compare into your coin for like X amount or X time. And that and this market maker is going to the exchange together with your company and he's listing the whole thing for you. And it's holding it for X amount what you give him to him. And this is the circle of life of a coin to the T. That's how it works. That's how it works on the crypto, right? On the meme coins, or no, meme coins not really. Meme coins you can put it on, but altcoins, for example, bigger companies with alts, what they're using. This is how they operate. It's not that the company, like for example, Trio. It's not that Trio company operates the market of the coin. Now they give out the operation to a market maker. It's still the rules of Trio, but the market maker is doing the whole price action how they want it to do it. And if one goes wrong, then another needs to play. If another goes wrong, then another guy needs to play till the argument is going to fit in the direction that they want to have it. And that's the X amount of money what they put into the market to hold the price action. Because holding price action, it doesn't mean nothing. It costs shitloads of money. Even millions to hold the price action where it is, for example. That's why market makers need some liquidity, because the thing is, it costs them money. For example, forget that it's Bitcoin. It costs them money to hold Bitcoin at this price action. It costs them 3 million, for example. But there is 60 million over here to grab. So what are they going to do? They invest the 3 million to hold the price action. They drop it. They fill the liquidity. They gain 60 million. And that 60 million they're going to reinvest into the coin to go higher. to grab the rest of liquidity in short terms. No, Bitcoin is different. Bitcoin, I don't have institutions. Bitcoin, it's its own recycler of coin and manipulation. There are market makers. Yes, they are. We're still not really sure. We don't know which one they are, the biggest ones from the Bitcoin holders and Bitcoin market makers. But they are, yeah. But it's totally different than the companies, because the market maker of Bitcoin, they don't have company, because Bitcoin is not a company. It's the only one. And it's more like they holding the price. They try to push the price in the direction that it's like more for the economy and more good or better for the whole area of crypto than for them own or whatever, right? Because the companies for alts, for example, they will always do the same, but more gaining it for their own perspective than for the other ones. Yes, it gets worse with the ETFs. That's why it's the most shitty and bullshit idea ever with ETFs, but that doesn't matter. That's another topic. Okay, I've been a little bit ranting around off page, but yeah, that's kind of the idea how the market and everything around works in crypto, right? In different kind of value or exchanges or forex or whatever, it's a little bit different because they are a little bit more strict. And then yes, in forex, for example, you have biggest company who rule them all and do that kind of stuff. So it's really interesting, and it's really interesting to dive into it, to understand how all of it works. Because if you know what's liquidity, why is there, and why do we need to gain that, then you understand the whole idea of the market. Because that's the money on the street, right? This is the money on the street. So are you walking by without grabbing it when you're gonna see like 100 bill laying on the street, or you grabbing it? Of course you're gonna fucking grab that shit to check if it's real, for example. But yeah, if it's real, fucking it's $100 free. Yeah, that's the same thing over here. Exact the same thing. So yeah, that's the whole idea about it, and perspective, short term and really loosely put in together, because it's really goes quite deep and complex, but super interesting. If you dive into it, then yeah, then it's really interesting to watch it and to see it happening, and then you understand like what they're gonna do. You not only you're gonna be like one step in front of everything happening, but you will be like, yeah, you see, I knew you're gonna go there because there is liquidity, because there is this, or because it's that on that happening. Just it's forming like the whole perfect picture for you. And it's still the basics of trading, because liquidity been here for ages, for like beginning of the first steps in the trading area. Been always been here, right? And this structure, breaking, gaining, levels, everything's been here from the day one. It's not that it's been something here for like 10 years or something. No, it's been here for like beginning of fucking Walmart, Wall Street or whatever. I want to say Walmart, but Wall Street. It's always been here. No, nobody thought about it like that. Now it's coming a little bit more to life with crypto, because it's bit obvious. And I cannot make it more obvious than this already. What do we do over here? Like, guys, for example, what do we do over here? What did we do over here? What do we do over here? Here and here. All those 5 points, what did we do? We lost it. We lost everything. So what's the next step if you start losing it, right? I mean, yeah, this is still your support, but you lost the most important levels. Then let's say 9 in the sand and see how we're gonna hold it, right? That's easy, and that doesn't get. And that's why I can't stretch it enough how the levels, structure, and swing points are the most perfect way and easiest way and less stress, without any stress, trading full. That's why it's my strategy as well. It's not really my strategy. I make it my own. Never gonna be mine, but I make my own and I'm trading from that strategy because it's fucking easy. Easier than that doesn't get. And so far, I show you two indicators. And the only one is AI charting tool. That's the one what I'm always going by heart. Right? I didn't even show you the oscillator, because look at the oscillator, what's happening. Like, I could already, over here, we struggle, right? And you see what's happening over here. Hidden divergency? Yes, we did. We have trend change? Yes, we did. We facing the downside? Where's the strength going? There you have it. What do you need more? You don't need millions lines, millions of indicators, or tech strategies on one chart. You don't need that. That's all bullshit. Because all what that's gonna do and create, it's holding you back from firing the trade, pulling the trigger. As much as confidence you will need, as much of information you're gonna have in front of you, you're never gonna pull the trigger. There's always gonna be something that's gonna hold you back. And look at that. Most perfectly shortable shorts what you could have was this short. And especially, let's dive into it to give you a perspective. You don't need to even go to a lower time frame for that one, right? Because look at what we did over here, and this is so perfect. I was watching this as well, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna talk about it on my stream. Look at that. Even going by those levels, right? What did we do? From this point, we came down, right? Lower low. We keep in mind, we are on 1 hour, guys. Keep in mind, 1 hour. Lower low, right? So what do we need to do now? Technically, what you want to see is any reject from these levels, right? From this resistance. Did we even come close to it? No, not even close enough. Then you create this, right? Lower high. You fail again this whole March level by this move. This move was significant. Why? Because that rejection from this level, it gives me a sign like, okay, we're not gonna go higher than that. Fuck that shit. This is your lower high. You're gonna create here some structure. You're gonna pretend you're gonna hold this shit, and that's all fine. And look what you do, and what you could do on 1 hour even with this strategy. Even by looking this, I'm not even pulling anything else, and I don't need even the oscillator. Look at this, what you could do, like even going somewhere below the level, just come back and know that we're gonna have a failure of that structure just because we fail. Let's zoom in. 1 hour. Remember. Right? You structure. What do we do? And this is kind of misleading because technically, if you look at it, like if you're gonna zoom out and you're gonna be like really loosely about it, the buyback was quite strong. That's one I need to give them. Buyback quite strong. We're holding the level strongly, but then they make you forget what did we do most importantly, and that's losing this structure. That's what they want to do it. And that's kind of the manipulation what people are talking about it, but on a different way, because they will mindfuck you that we strongly holding the levels. Yeah, sure. But let me test it first. If that's literally gonna be strong test, because I'm gonna pull the trigger over here with fucking 0.5%. I don't care, right? Stop loss below this wick. Because what that gonna means, if that's, look how aggressive we came into it. Like always, they're always gonna go aggressive into the resistance. Because if they're gonna wick me out, gain that, and close everything above that, I will give it to them. That this was a strong hold. Because then there is continuation and we will go higher. Right? But fuck no, they didn't. And how they didn't do it? literally to the T. Look how they close it. Look. See that close? And everything after that didn't even come close to it on the wicks. And look what we do right now. From 0.5% risk to almost 5% reward. Isn't that not worth it? To understand this price action, understand this structure, and understand the basic of the trading? Or is it waste of money? I don't know, you tell me. It was fucking perfect short, actually, to be honest, from me. To take that risk. I will always take that risk. I don't give a shit, because why? This level showed me already, like, I can put that my entry over here. That level is perfect. When we start losing this, and we lose this structure, and we hold this kind of ish, we come back, and you could, literally, on 1 hour, you could take 4, so definitely, but 5, yeah, a little bit late. If you're gonna be too late, you miss this, and it's another one. Then you miss this, there's another one. Then you miss this, there is another one. Oh, fucking hell, how many trades do you want to give it to you? Right? And yeah, you can say like, oh, fuck it, I missed that one, then yeah, I'm gonna be late to the party, but still. And that's all, guys. There is nothing else to it. Like, if you're not taking the 0.5% risk, right, or whatever, we're gonna put it somewhere here, then I don't know what to tell you. Because lower than that, I had some trades that I had 0.2, and lately I had one, literally this one. I took this one, literally, and I'm not shitting you. I was just like freestyling this without any kind of TA. I didn't give a shit about it. Just for shit and giggles, I took this trade. And I was like, I think I was literally on 0.10. I was just watching this, and I was like, fucking 0.10%. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna pull the trigger on that one. What's 0.5 of 10%? What's that for risk? That's pennies, guys. That's fucking pennies. You shouldn't be worried about that. And I don't want to say nothing, but you're not gonna get often like that. Not even 10%, but with 0.10% risk. So, and there is a reasoning why I pulled the trigger. It's not that I randomly put the trigger. No, it's just because of this wick, right? And I guess, I don't remember clearly. Yeah, exactly. This whole structure. We gain it, right? We came down. Yeah, we had a failure, but we pulled it up again. Yeah, that was worth the risk. I don't give a shit. That was for shit and giggles. That's what you can do. When you understand the structure, you understand the levels, and you understand how the market behaves, that kind of shit you can do for shit and giggles. But even then, like, guys, this, if you watch this, and that's on 1 hour. I'm not even zooming in. I'm too lazy to zoom in. That's for on 1 hour. But imagine going lower on the time frame. Like, you literally, you see the whole structure break over here, right? Literally. I saw it on 1 hour, as well on 4 hour. You could see it literally. But look at that structure forming to the upside. Like, this was perfect to the T price action. This is TA 101. Like, better than that doesn't get. So yeah, there it is. And look what we do. We still continue. Still carry on. I think so. I need to check how it looks like on the... Oh shit. Okay. So 1 hour close was pretty shit. First thing first. We closed below the whole structure. So that's already one thing. For 1 hour. 4 hours still carry on. Yeah, we have still 2 hours to go. But yeah, let's see if that's gonna carry on. And let's see if we're gonna reach the prediction. Technically. Right now, so far, we're doing it. Right? Like I said, I wasn't even looking at the long or anything, because those levels, and technically you need to understand as well, guys. How can I explain this in a quite easy manner? Okay, so let's say you have a wooden plank, right? This is a wooden plank in front of you, right? And you start shooting at it. Like most of you guys are Americans over here, so you can use guns. You start shooting at it. What's gonna happen if you start shooting at that plank like 40, 50 or 60 times? Does that plank get stronger or weaker? I want to answer. I know it's simple as that, but I want to answer. Exactly, it's got weaker. So imagine that with the levels, right? As many times you're gonna touch or go by or close at or below or struggle at the level, that level gets weaker, right? Yes, we did it over here as well, but still, that means that the level is strong enough to push us to the downside, right? And how did it do it? So it's weirdly, and for me, especially for me, it's really mind-blowing that the March level is stronger by only one level than the fucking weekly, April, Q2, and the previous daily together. And that says something about the strong weakness of the market, in my perspective, in my opinion. But that's the same with the levels. You need to remember, guys, how often you go by the level, how touch them, gain to them, or I don't know, close below, above it, struggle with it, how weaker it gets. That's why, and only that's why we said, for example, imagine that this level, it's a daily open. And that's always funny to see, because that's you can learn as quicker as possible, because daily levels are often every single day. So imagine that this is daily open, right? The level opens, right? The day opens, and the price is going up or down. Doesn't matter, up or down, right? And it goes straight in line or goes to the downside, right? But we always, and you will hear that always from Viking, from me, from Smile or whatever, you need to backtest the daily open. What does that mean? If we always go strong in one way, like if this just open up, right? We need to backtest it. Backtest means we always come back to that level, right? And then you have a continuation. This is perfect, the 101 most perfect backtest of the daily opens and the strength of that. Because not only will you open up, and because when the markets open on a daily, for example, tomorrow, you're gonna have the daily and the weekly open. That means volatility. This is volatility in any kind of direction. If it's up or down, doesn't matter, it's still volatility. That means that money flows into the market in any kind of way, and it's pushing straight everything up or down, right? It doesn't matter what's happening, but it's matter how it forms. So we go up. This is volatility. Now we need to backtest that volatility. That means we are coming back to the level where we came from, and we're gonna see if all that matters, and if all this level, what we just opened up, was strong enough to have a continuation. If so, then we will have this. If not, then it's easy. You failing that level and you go lower, because that level doesn't mean anything anymore. It wasn't that strong enough to hold us, that price action. Yes, it does. We have. And Bitcoin have daily opens. That's why, guys, you need to remember those levels. AI charting tool, you should have it on your charts. It's a daily open, even for daily. No, daily, it's Asia time. Daily open, it's Asia time. So for Bitcoin matters as well, because the market is open now. And Bitcoin, it's a market. Crypto, it's a market as well. So the volatility from the market can shift from crypto to TradFi or whatever. So it matters. It always matters. And look what we did over here. Guys, I shit you not. Look at this. I just told you that. What did we do? We opened the market over here, right? This is the level where we open up this daily. And what did we do from it? Yeah, 0 UTC. Yeah, that's true. But my time is Asia time. Forget what I said. But yeah, 0 UTC. It's market open. Yeah, that's good. So, and look at this. This is on 4 hour, guys. But it does exactly. We came up. We open up. We came down. Back tested. And what do? Literally to the T. Literally. What I just told you. This is what happened. This is the level it been backtest. It's been backtest, and backtesting levels traded from, it's fucking sweet spot as well to do that. But that's for another time. And say, holy shit, we did it so many times. Like, I didn't even realize. I didn't look at it so much. Look at this, like I told you. What do we do over here? We open up previous daily, right? Backtest, fail. We come up, new daily open, backtest once, fail. There isn't. Nothing else to say about it. It's there. And backtest it through the whole chart. And you will see how often it plays out. How often? 99% it plays out. And look at this. And that's for the Sunday play, guys. I'm not shitting you. This is, told you, 78, 79, 80, this area we will got filled. Yeah, but like I said, I don't need much on my chart. I don't need much. Why? Because I want the simplicity. I want to have simple, effective, and most basic strategy as it exists, and that it plays 99% of the time. Never gonna be 100. But shit, oh shit, this is coming really close to it. Believe me. If you follow it by T and don't give a shit about any kind of news or anything around you, boy, you're gonna make money. Boy, oh boy. But yeah, look at that. And that's for Sunday. And that's for Sunday. That's market is not open. The algorithms took over the market. And look what's happening. Why? Because we're failing. We're failing everything. They need to push the price action to the downside. Why? They need to be filled. They need to have the money to grab from it. That's all. And why I said we might wick lower, just because there is just a little bit, there's the dead zone. Dead zone means that there is no liquidity into it. So most of the times when you come close to it, technically it's a little bit higher as well. There's one little, yeah. So if you're gonna come close to it like that, that means you leave the wick behind, lower than the previous wick, so you create another lower low, right? And you always most likely bounce back from the gaps. But right now, what we're gonna do right now with the gap, if we're gonna close below that, what do we have over here? What's this? What's all this? What we just left as a support? It's been support for us, but what's this? It's a previous structure, right? Higher structure. We are trading below that structure. So what does it make you? That makes, exactly, it's a resistance. But what we're gonna do? We're gonna do, first thing first, what we're gonna do from the bounce, it's a bearish backtest. That means now doing this, it's a bearish backtest of the structure, right? Below, testing it, or we're gonna gain it and we're gonna go higher. That's the next step. We're not gonna worry about that yet. But there is as well another opportunity to look at the market in a different direction if you're gonna go lower, right? And it doesn't mean if you're gonna go lower, we still can do that because we are trading already below. Easy as that. It doesn't get easier than that. Mihai, hello mate. How you been? It's been a long time. I didn't spoke to you. How you been, mate? Are you getting a little bit better? Work is fine? But yeah, guys, I've been yapping around it already for quite a long about my point of view in my market and my boring stuff. Let's hear something from you guys. Do you want anything to look at it? Any tickers, any trades, or No, any positions, whatever, just let me know. Oh, what a beautiful Sunday. God damn it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Amazing, guys, that you all are here. Awesome to hear, mate. Appreciate it. Cool stuff. And still, I sent it already somewhere in the Bitcoin chat. I need to have a look at it. Where did I send it? But to me, like I said, how does this look like? Right? If you're gonna start doing even this, like, I don't care, like, over here, come back. Like, yeah, it's distribution 101. Oh, the on and B is typing. I'm hoping he's gonna say he's convinced. Like Viking. Yeah, I mean, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. You know what? And I'm sorry for that. I might sound like a little bit like him, but I learned from him. I've been trading from him and with him like from ages already, and together with Smiley. So like I always gonna mention them, and like I'm gonna always say, Smiley, Viking, and me will have always the same perspective and point of views and trading system, because I mean I learned from him. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh boy, I'm never gonna fill those shoes as Vikings. Never. Believe me. He is my fucking guru 101. I'm never gonna do that. I'm not that good. But yeah, I mean, I learned from Smalio and Viking, yeah. So I might sound like them as well. But I mean, there is nothing else to say about it, just because it's weird to say it's the right way, but it's how the market builds and it's how the market works. So we play the same game and we play the same areas as well. And that's why swing points are, it's classic. I mean, 99% of the traders, they forget about them and they don't realize it even, because they forget the basics. Even if like we did like experiment as well, like back in the days, we are so many traders to do the TA, and boy oh boy, that was so shit. Oh my god, it was horrible even to watch it. But that's the thing, they forgot about the basics. And what's the worst what you can do? It's just forgot where you came from. And the most of the times, and especially I think as it's a lot of the times, it's the most easiest and most basics and most best way to earn money and to trade from it. Why should you overcomplicate shit? Why? The life is already hard enough for us, right? The life and what we fucking need to struggle and what we need to put up with it. It's already hard enough. Why making you fucking trading life as well as hard as possible? Why? I mean, yes, I understand that we as human, we like to overcomplicate shit and overthink and put our emotions into it. But fuck that shit. Like, seriously. Chuck it away through the window. Like, you don't need that. Just focus on the strategy, focus on the structure, what gives you, what does it say, what's the levels, structure, and swing points. That's all what you need. There is nothing else. And there is gonna be, there is not gonna be somebody like a fucking, I don't know, how you call them, the ones with the glass ball, the future teller or whatever. They're gonna tell you where the Bitcoin is going. No fucking way. And like I always gonna say, and I always gonna say, I'm focusing on the price action what's right now. I don't give a shit how low we go to the 30k or how high we go to the 20k. Why? Because why should that matter right now to you? Like, how? Tell me how you're gonna make money from that perspective right now. If you're gonna think that Bitcoin's going to 120k right now, how are you gonna make money from that? Tell me, and I will give you my right to do that. And I will give you even fucking, I don't know, send you a big money cash to do that for me as well, because there isn't. Why? Because right now we're on 80k and we're struggling with that. So if the time comes, I will make my money from 100k or 30k. I don't care. Both ways, either way. So far, let's see how we're gonna do and handle the 79k or 80k or whatever. right? Make that more sense a little bit? Or shall we say like, no, let's go to 100K right now, today, because of that? No, we're not gonna do that. And no one's gonna tell you otherwise. Please make that sure. Make that a little bit sense? Or do you guys understand the point of view where I'm coming from and what I want to give you? Because I like to rant around and overcomplicate the whole explanation. Like I said, I'm a human. I'm sorry. It is what it is. And don't get me wrong, right? I'm still really still facing the idea that this is the next first level that we might face, right? This, what we do over here, is fine and dandy, but that's like lower time frame for me. Things start change if we're gonna reach this level. Cool, man. Cool. Cool. I'm happy about that. Great session, Adrian. No, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. I appreciate it. And if you really liked it, I have something to you guys. Just go. Okay, you don't need to click all of the links because not all of them are for you guys. Because you 99% you have them. I hope you have the exchanges and whatever. And just go to a YouTube account. The one, yeah, the second one. Just go to the YouTube account and click on it. Do whatever you want with it. I don't care, but I mean, yeah, I care because I like to do it. So yeah, have a look around there, because in the beginning, not all of them, but in the beginning, the first couple streams, I talked about the more into the depth, into the basics, right? And into the level swing points and all of that stuff. So it's really, really helpful to get into it, right? And if you want like really, really more about it, just let me know and let's have a one-on-one or whatever if you need it, if you want it, because that's, you know, it's not only about the streams what we do and the events what we do, but we can really deep dive into you and help you become better with any kind of things what you want, especially with any struggles what you have. It doesn't matter if it's trading or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's you mentally, or you are not able to organize something, we will help you out with anything what you want. And yeah, next Wednesday we're gonna be all together again. So yeah, if you're interested in my wrapping around again, and let's see how the price is going to be then. Because like I said, I like Sundays because of this end of the week price action. It's always funny to look at it, right? Big ass candles forming. So nice sell-off so far. And I like to see how the market behaves on the open, weekly open and daily open at the same time. I like to see that volatility, and then it's like kind of ish giving me a point of view where we might go in that week, or in that kind of situation, or in that kind of like area of price action and volatility. And but I'm always looking at it. I always look at my I'm always looking at my bundle metrics. So this is my bundle metric just to give me idea what the market's doing. I like to see where the liquidity is forming. So every single day, and you might not notice that, but every single day when the daily is open, the 150x got still straight filled in, always. I like to see where they get filled. Like if there's only one way, then it means the price action is pushing a little bit to the lower side. If it's like both ways, then we might arrange it. Right? So yeah, but it's that's for a different take. And yeah, my lovely hype and injective, it's going as well where I a little bit predict to it. So happy about that. And we might even go lower. Oh boy, that's gonna be cheap ass coins going for sale. Oh boy, I'm gonna pick up some. So yeah, I think that's all for me. And I think I had, like I said, everything. Great session. I'm going to get some sunshine. I will see you. have fun, enjoy the sun, enjoy the time right now, because literally like the weather right now, it gives me so much positivity, it gives me so much hype, and I want to do so much things. It's happy days right now, guys, happy days. I don't care about the price action, what he's doing. I'm gonna trade both ways anyway, like that doesn't matter. But the thing is, like, you know, get motivated, try to go around, walk, see, talk with people, whatever. I mean, I had like spent a lot of times with people lately, and I needed to socialize, but that's different. We missed the start. It's gonna be on YouTube. Yeah. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, enjoy, guys, the weather. Enjoy the grass, touch something, go outside, make your mind clear, and come back and see what's happened, and then trade from it. You don't need to be like always on it. I'm saying how you on, but I had it as well a couple weeks ago. So yeah, oh boy, that's hefty. But yeah, then you can spend some time on the charts right now, right? Anyway, yeah, it happens. It happens to all of us. Oh yeah. Okay, guys, I appreciate you that you've been here. Have a look on my YouTube as well for the ones that are not from YouTube right now watching on the stream. If not, then yeah, I will see you and speak to you on the Discord on our server. Lovely to talk about everything what you want. And like I said, if you need anything, let me know and we will sort you out, because there's a reason why we have one-on-ones over here, and there is a reason why we want to make you all fucking millionaires, right? And there are a lot of people here who can vouch for me, I hope. If not, then it's be like that, but I do my best for you guys, and that's why I want to give it to you. I do always my best for it. So yeah, happy days, happy trading, and I hope I will see you on the flip side with a lot of profits. Have a good one.